Hi guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm going straight to the case because today we're going to talk about sleep, recovery and weight loss. And we know that less sleep causes a lot of stress in our bodies and actually affects our nutrition and recovery. And we know that if we prioritize to sleep more, we are actually able to add more nutrition and blood to our organs, which actually improves our recovery and muscle gain. And who doesn't want that? Everyone wants better recovery and better or more muscle gain. And we know that we should sleep between 7 to 9 hours every night. Some people are able to sleep a little bit less and still function, and some people actually have to sleep more than 9 hours. So that depends from person to person, but there's very few that could actually function on a longer period of time with just 5 to 6 hours of sleep. And cortisol is the stress hormone in our body, and it is at its highest in the morning and is supposed to lower during the day. So we don't want a lot of cortisol in our bodies throughout the day. Cortisol is actually increasing the sweet tooth, and it stimulates fat storage and tears down our muscle mass. And that's the two things we don't want. We want our muscle mass to be at the point where it is or higher, and we don't want more fat storage on our body because we know that it's not good for the health all over, but it's increasing the risk for heart diseases, overweight and actually diabetes, and we don't want that. High levels of cortisol also lowers the levels of testosterone in our body. So even though you're a man or a female, it will lower your natural testosterone levels, and it will lead to lower muscle mass, which also affects our BMR, and it increases weight gain in fat percentage, which also is not good, and it increases overweight and the risk for depression. We see that less sleep actually affects the hormone balance and gives us a higher sweet tooth, which makes us have a higher food intake. So we try to stop the cravings that we get with just increasing the amount of food that we give our body, but the total of the increased amount of food will actually just lead to more fat storage, can lead to overweight over time, can lead to heart diseases over time, and can actually lead to diabetes. So instead of sleeping just a few hours, it would actually be better if you have just a little power nap in the afternoon instead of sleeping like 5 to 6 hours every night because you don't have time or you don't actually prioritize going to bed earlier to get your amount of sleep. And we know that caffeine actually plays a huge role in our sleep quality and the actual hours of sleep that we get every night. So a thing to remember is to not drink caffeine after 12 or 1 p.m. On a regular basis, because it takes about 6 hours from we have been drinking caffeine until it's at half of its levels, and then we need approximately 6 more hours to have half the levels of that again. So it takes a lot more time to get caffeine out of your system, and a lot longer than people actually think. So even though you feel like you can drink a lot of caffeine and actually go straight to bed and have a good night of sleep, it's just because you're used to that feeling when you're sleeping. It's not because you actually have good quality sleep at night. So this is a very, very short video, and there is a lot of things that I could have talked more about, like in depth of it. But just to make it simple for people to understand, I tried to just touch it in the surface, and hopefully you learned a little bit from this video. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!